Yes! That is literally what I do when I watch Cruella. Just not good. Hello folks, it's me again, Gothenvoker, or probably you already know me by my name, which is Surya. So, Cruella finally released and it actually took my breath away how good it is. So, let's do a quick review. So without further ado, I'm gonna spill a little bit of spoilers. So if you're fine with it, let's go with it. But if you're not, watch it first and then come to me. Let's go. Okay. So there's a lot of things that we really need to talk about Cruella, because Cruella is actually really good. The one thing that I really love, because it's really fresh, it's probably something that we haven't seen before that been made by Disney movie itself, because it has the freshness, the grunge, and then a lot of fashion in it. It's dark, but what I'm really impressed is actually that it has the Disney magic within it, because like several previous movie, like Mulan, there's lacking of that Disney magic. But what Cruella have is that Disney magic. Yeah, it doesn't look like a Disney movie, but it has that magic in it, which is actually good one. So let's talk about the performance that been given by the amazing Emma Stone and Emma Thompson. The performance of Emma Stone and Emma Thompson was great. So there's a little bit shifts of Emma Stone character from Estelle, which is the past, and then now the Cruella, which is actually really cool. Both of those characters actually portray well, but Cruella is the amazing. There's a range. There's a little bit similarities between Cruella and Harley Quinn, played by Margot Robbie, if you want to say about it. But Margot Robbie had much more fun, bubbly personality, a little bit innocence, maybe a little bit dumbness to it. But what Cruella that Emma Stone brings, it has more manic, crazy, and evil, different kind. It's still a deranged psycho things that probably had a silver lining between Cruella, Joker, and Harley Quinn, but it's still different, which is actually really nice. That's why I really like Emma Stone performance. And Emma Thompson, how the hell do you gonna step up from what Meryl Streep brings in Devil Wears Prada, and I think Emma Thompson bring it on. There's a little bit of thanks those kind of things that Emma Thompson brings, which is actually really wonderful. I was like, yes, it's so good. Really great performance. And I think the character Jasper and also Horace is actually really play well, and I also love Art as well. All of the characters are actually really good, but I'm just kinda bored to see the actor who played Jack. I forgot his name is. So then we follow off Estelle and Cruella live. We see from the innocent Estella, and then we follow to Cruella being a little bit of thief, and then chasing her dream to be a fashion designer, which a fashion that we're gonna talk about it later, and then finding out about the truth about her past, which kind of drives her and making her inner Cruella came out, making the deranged psychotic that we loves came out, which is great. It's just as simple as that, but the scheme and everything that wraps around those story just works perfectly in their favor. Sorry about that. Things that I have to say next is actually the soundtrack, because the soundtrack of this movie is actually very loud, because it brings out a lot of punk grunginess to it, which is actually works with the vibe, because it's an old England, an old London vibe, the whole world itself. It works fine, and it works well with all of the aesthetic that Cruella brings. But as much as it bring us into those world, not all of the soundtracks works well. Sometimes it's felt a little bit off, it doesn't fit well, but mostly it works. So, but I really have to mention it because it's actually quite good moves. And then we have to talk about the fashion, the major I actually really love this movie of its fashion. I don't know how many looks that Cruella actually gives. It's not only the Cruella gives, but Berna's line array of fashion that she told people to do. But it's so good, it's so bold, it's so refreshing. That is the aspect that what makes Cruella good. The fashion, the soundtrack, the vibe it brings, making the psychotic and everything works perfectly. I just cannot tell you much, but that ending scene, the ending of everything, where everyone respecting Cruella, and then they just pan and zoom on everyone. It was just like, it gives me. It was like, oh god, it's so good, really good. The great thing about it that the story revolves around it, and then the fashion, like there's a scene that Cruella actually making a dress, a beautiful, well constructed dress made out of cocoon just to mess with Baroness fashion show. That is just a great scheme, and just what I said earlier about the ending of Cruella, which is actually a brilliant, it's good, it was smart move of Cruella. That's why I think what makes it different that Cruella is smart, evil, something nice and strange, psycho, everything bad, but it's good, everything good, bad into one. I love it. So in the end, I really love Cruella. Cruella was brilliant, a great movie. I give it 8.5, and I think it's definitely the best villain movie of Disney, and I'm really hoping that the next Disney live action movie will turn out and as fresh as Cruella will. So thank you so much for watching. See you in the next review. Bye.